Connection established.
Hey everyone, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I will be just doing a rough, very quick kind of process of how I find the coins when I want to scalp, and in general, just how I find my coins, how I find my trades, you know, kind of the filters, or at least like the setup I use to find them, how I build out my watch list, and what I kind of look for at first glance. This video is gonna be pretty rough, pretty unedited in terms of just relatively raw, you just being here with me, just identifying how I would look at coins. Of course, currently the market isn't the best, and so it's unideal in terms of there's not gonna be as many coins, as many watch lists, you know, picks I'm gonna give you, or in terms of what I'm looking at, etc., etc. But we'll do it. We'll do our best with what the market gives us currently, and we'll go that way. If you do need a meme coin trading platform, sign up to Axiom using the link in the bio or in the comment section. Axiom is the cheapest and the best meme coin trading platform, and likewise, the link gives you the most discounts off your trading fees, making it even cheaper. Let's dive into the video. So as you can see, this is Axiom, and we're on the Dex Screener page. And what is Dex Screener? Well, Dex Screener is a website. If you're not familiar, it used to be a website where it had the composite of all the meme coins. You could apply filters, and essentially it's this, but of course Axiom just has the same thing right now. So there's no point to even use that external website. And the beauty is Dex Screener also has sometimes drainers, because you could just pay for a Dex update and pay 200, I think, or 300 bucks. And you can update to the Telegram or the links to whatever. And there's a lot of drainers there. So the beauty is you don't have to go to the external website Dex Screener anymore, which is a power hungry kind of product. They're really power hungry. So you have less chance of getting kind of drained and scammed. Of course, the links still apply here on Axiom, but you got to be safer about it. You just have less chance of getting drained. So we're going to stick here on Dex Screener on Axiom. So what we're going to do is right up here, right? We're in Axiom, right? You get in, you click on Discover, you click on this Dex Screener. The first thing we're going to do is go into filters, right? And what are we going to do? We're going to keep everything the same. The only thing is we're going to do minimum market cap 1 million. And why is that? Well, currently the market is really, really bad. And so what that means is there's not a lot of volume. So for coins to go up above 1 million, it takes a decent amount of narrative, volume, money, etc. to get it there, right? So the trenches are dying. They're not dying, but they're relatively slow right now. So what you want to do is give yourself a min market cap of 1 million to filter out kind of the rugs or the coins that really don't have enough volume to push. And then you're just going to click right here. And as you can see here, you're going to keep toggling until you have volume with the arrow pointing down. And that's going to filter all of the coins by the most volume in the past 24 hours. You're going to click 24 hours and click volume until you have the down arrow. And this is going to give you all the coins with the most volume in the last 24 hours. So for example, right here, we have launch coin, 15 million volume, right? And then immediately what we're going to do is just look at the chart. Okay, it's been kind of chopping, kind of a slow scalp, etc., etc. See, this is what we're looking at. Okay. Let me delete this volume. I don't know why it's there. I think it just keeps popping up. All right, so this 4 hour kind of looks okay. So what we're gonna do is just add to watch lists. That's one coin on our watch list. Now we go back, right? What's next? Titcoin. Okay, let's see what's going on with Titcoin. All right, it's on a pullback, right? We kind of have this zone I'm looking at right there. Okay, so there's some potential. Of course, we see that bounce. I kind of want to see what happens here, maybe in this area, right here. We'll see, right? So okay, that has some potential. Let's add it to our watch list. Let's go to Discover. What's next? Lababu. This is something new. Oh, look at that. Okay, this has a lot of volume recently in the last 2 weeks. From May 14th, it got a pump, slow sell-off, pump, slow sell-off, pump. Okay, there's some potential here. You know, immediately my eyes catching a lot of things I'm looking at, right? We have this nice order block for potential re-entries. I'd kind of be identifying, try and get the top half of it. That would be good. If it gets a pullback, see these order blocks never got tapped. Let's look at maybe 30 minute, what's going on here. So we have this kind of consolidation. So yeah, as mentioned previously, as I said in the support and resistance video, I'm going to link in the top right. You can do it low time frame as well. See how we have this support, you have kind of this support. See, look, it comes back down, right? Let's delete the bigger one. See how it comes back down. You have this support in here. What? Pumps, comes back down, supports, pumps, off it, right? So you can play these coins a lot better. Like, look at this, right? A resistance turn to support. See that? Resistance level, boom, turn support, buy. So that's the entire premise of this process. You're just identifying coins with the most volume. So, okay, now we have 3 on the watch list. Let's keep going. What's next? Moonpig, right? You also have to do research on the narrative. This is the James Wynn kind of coin, the whale who is about 1 billion long and short, and actually lost 70 million of it. You know, so this is his coin. I wouldn't really touch it because it's a farm. He owns like the top. So this coin personally, I know a little bit about it, so I wouldn't be kind of touching on my watch list. Like, yes, it's a pump. Yes, you can make money off it. Absolutely. But this is more of an inorganic chart, right? The guy's kind of losing his steam. He lost a lot of his money. He lost like $70 million trading perps. He was doing 40x leverage and stuff. So I wouldn't touch it. It's like, whatever. Yes, it's volume. Yes, you could make money. Absolutely. I'm not going to touch it for the sake of, I know what the coin's about and the narrative's dying out. All right. Collateralize AI coin. Look at that. Okay. This looks pretty good. I mean, just pumped, May 17th from, 20 million to 80 million. So there's something there potentially, right? We have this zone in here potentially, right? We have that zone kind of in there. You also have this kind of, obviously this is rough TA. This is not how I TA. This is just instantly what I'm seeing off first glance, right? Of course, we're going to go in this video more in depth at the coins, right? We're building out just a watch list, right? So this looks decent, has some volume. Let's add it to the watch list. All right, let's see what's next. Moon Trump, that's a rug. Let's see, GIP. Okay, I mean, it doesn't look the best, to be honest. It reminds me of like a farm chart. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look the best, to be quite honest with you. Yeah, it doesn't look ideal. I'll be completely honest. Let's see, hourly. I mean, I wouldn't really touch this. It doesn't look the best, quite frankly. It just reminds me of like a rug. Just go straight up and down, right? Slow rug, slow farm. Off first glance, like, yes, theoretically, this zone right in here in between these two slots, as you can see, voila, right? In between this high and this low, see how this was eventually a resistance, right? We got above it, turned into support right there. So of course, naturally, it's going to gravitate to this area. And it did. And sure, you could scalp, but like, say you got even 8 million and you bought like 7. I mean, is that worth your time? Not really. I'm personally going to fade it. What's next? XBT. This was the farm, like Pro farm and all that. I'm going to fade that, right? Because you need to know at least what the coin's about. Hosiko, another kind of, slow farm. I mean, it was a good coin. I called it in the Telegram and in the Discord, the free Telegram and Discord at 4 million. It hit 56. I gave you a 15x pretty much, which is great. You could add this to the watch list. I mean, there's potential. As I said again, right? We're building a watch list and these are coins we're watching out for. And we're going to do support and resistance, do TA on them. And that's how you get plays every single day, right? Because people keep telling me, Chris, how do I have this many plays? Well, listen, if you build a watch list of 10, 20, 30 coins, you're going to be able to find a scalp or 2 scalps or 3 scalps a day. And listen, if you have 1 Solana, right? So let's say you have a watch list of 20 coins. You will most likely get 3 setups to trade daily. If you do 1 SOL per trade, and let's say you take 40% profit, let's be generous, 30% profit, target profit. And if you do it properly, like I showed you, you should not lose at all. Very little. Your win rate should be 90% plus. So let's assume you win 90% of the time. So 90%, right? 90% win rate times 0.3 SOL profit is 0.27 SOL profit per trade on average. Times 3, right? 0.27 times 3 is actually 0.81 SOL. 0.81 SOL, right, is $178 at the moment. So that's roughly, I don't know, 160 bucks. A little less. No, it's 150. Let's say it's about like 145, whatever. So look at that right there. You have a watch list of 20 coins. You do this every single day, what we're doing. You will most likely get 3 setups to trade daily. 1 SOL per trade or whatever your SOL trade. This is just an example. Please don't look at the numbers. You could do 20 SOL. I mean, at one point I was doing 200 SOL per trade, right? 200 SOL, 30% profit is 60 SOL. Do that 3 times. It's 180 SOL. When Solana was 300 bucks, it's 50 grand a day. Now you're getting what I'm saying, right? It's much easier than you think. 1 SOL per trade, 30% target profit, right? This is all example. You could tweak it. You could 20, you could do 50, whatever. 90% win rate. If you're doing this strategy, support resistance like I teach you, there's no reason you don't win 90% of the time, minimum. Times 0.3 SOL profit is 2.7, right? On average, we multiply by 3 because 3 trades a day is 0.81, and then 1 SOL is equivalent to 178. So it's about 145. I don't know. It's just mental math. I don't know. It could be 150. It could be 140. It could be 135. I don't know exactly. It's just mental math. And so it's really that easy. We're going to build a watch list. These are some coins we're building. We're going to keep going. What's next? King Charles. Oh, this is the one that keeps popping up on my YouTube. But see what I'm saying? My strategy works. Look at this. You have this area right here, right? Look, boom, right there. Tapped it. You're at a 2x right there already. See that? But Chris, there's no way you would have bought that bottom perfectly. Yes, I would have. That's my strategy. Look, absolutely I would have. Oh, Chris, you would have definitely not bought that. Yeah, I would have. That's why I'm the one teaching and you're the one listening. Look, rejection, support, rejection, support. See how it's building? Rejection, support, broke through. This area right here is going to be really good. This top half. And what happens? This top half, boom, right there. That wick right there. Taps in, you buy, you have your limits set or whatever you want to do. And look at that. You're already in profit instantly. Let's say you get a 5-5 fill. You don't get the wick. You get, say, 5-5 fill. You're already at 9-3. Sure, even if you took here, that's more than 30% profit. That's closer to 50, 60, 70% profit if you sold in this area. So you're looking at already 70% profit as opposed to the 30% profit that we did in our example, actually. So there you go. Instead of 0.3 SOL profit, you would have made 0.7, 0.8, 0.6. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. This shit is easy. You're overcomplicating it. Don't overcomplicate it. There's a reason I'm where I am and everyone else is where they are. I do this. They do new pairs. They farm, they gamble, they lose. They don't have any money. Okay. There's a reason all the other YouTubers, they're not millionaires. There's a reason all of them do new pairs is because they scam you, the copy traders, they're live streamers, whatever. They can't do it like I do. They can't. Sorry to say they can't. All right. People replicate what I do. They copy my thumbnails. They copy my videos. For months now. It's been 5-6 months they've been doing this. It's nothing new. They know I'm the real deal, and they know they can't do it. So save yourself the pain and trouble. Just do this. Stop overcomplicating it. All right, this is a decent one. Chuck it into the watch list. So now we have what? We have 6 coins in the watch list. See, we're slowly building it out. Let's see what's next. Octo. Okay. All right. It looks like a rug, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so we just did King Charles. Let's go next. Unstable coin. What's this? USDC. Okay, so this looks decent. I've seen it on Twitter a little bit. Look at that. There you go. There's your setup right there. There was your setup right here. These order blocks. Look at that. Ooh, you had the first. Look, but see what I'm saying? Guys, girls. It's really this easy. Guys and girls, look. Boom right here. Pump. Boom right here. Pump. You would have gotten out here because this is your rejection zone, right? Oh, magic. Chris, you're so good. This is all hindsight trading. Chris, you're just doing it because it's so easy to tell in the chart. Well, then tell me, why does every single chart do this then? Tell me. If I am doing this, because I get a lot of comments, Chris, do it in real life. You're just doing it because you can see the chart now. Brother, how do you think I got to where I am? I've been doing it. And also, if it's hindsight, right, then why is every single coin we just looked at doing this? Why is every single coin you go at bouncing from these zones? Why? Right here, right? Order block, boom, bounce 1, bounce 2, bounce 3. These are just scalps. You don't hold. Scalp, boom, scalp, boom, scalp. Look, and this is, okay, May 24th, you got to trade. May 25th, you got to trade. May 27th, you're getting trade. That's how easy this is. Stop overcomplicating it. It's really that easy. You're overcomplicating everything. Stop. All right, what's this lens coin? I have no idea what this is, right? So we would have to do some research, download lens token, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I mean, I don't know nothing about it. So what you can do is add coins to the watch list that you don't know nothing about. And guess what? You can go research them. Like, what's this Kaka thing, right? Kaka. I have no idea what this is. 80% LP burned. Not really sure what it is. Holders. You know, they're all holding. It's relatively, I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what it is. I really don't. What I would do is just add it, and then you can research it later, right? It's really that simple. Research it. Nyla, I mean, these all look relatively scammy. I'm not gonna lie to you. Frat coin, mid. Trencher, retard coin, troll. You know, all these coins are pretty mid. I mean, troll's like the most bundled farm ever. I mean, this was, you could have still bought this though, right? Why? Chris, even though it's a farm, why would you buy it? Well, first off, you have this zone, right? These wicks right here. As you can see, these wicks. Voila. But Chris, how do I know that zone's gonna hold up? Well, I've done in the videos in the past. Look what market cap it is. Look what market cap it is right there. 10 million. What did I say are the psychological zones? 1, 5, 10. Oh, look at that. 10 million right there. It bounced off the 10 million mark. Wow. Chris, you're so good. You're the first one that showed us psychological zones 4 months ago. 1, 5, 10s. Wow, you're so good. I know. Thank you. I know. You don't need to tell me. All right. 10 million psychological zone. Even that's a strategy in itself. I've done a video on it. Stop overcomplicating it. It's really that simple. And like, yes, is it a farm? Absolutely. Is it bundled to hell? Absolutely. But you have to realize, right, what they do, right, the people behind this, Shadow and FOMO, and their entire, like, DLN or whatever, they used to follow me, whatever, screw them all. They buy this right here. I saw this at 400 or 500K. You know, I bought in a little bit, I sold up here. But what they do is they buy everything up here. See how it was literally existing for so long? They were buying it up, you know, like they were buying it up probably in April and stuff, like early April. And then they buy. And then it gets volume, they sell off, or they don't even sell off. They maybe sell off a little bit and then it just pumps. And then this is where they start farming it. See, every pump gets nuked. See that? This is how you know it's a farm. Look at this big candle, insta nuke, right? Farmed, pumped, pumped, heavy farm. When you see consecutive downward candles like this, that just means it's a farm. They're just nuking. And yeah, I mean, of course, you can still make money on it. As you can see, the strategies are still good. You just have to know the coin, know the narrative, know the behind the scenes as well, etc., right? So we can add it. I wouldn't touch it personally, but whatever, right? We're just going through the entire process together of how we would do it. And of course, would I be looking at more coins? Absolutely. The issue is the market's just kind of ass. It's really bad. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to focus on currently kind of the coins we have here. Like Aztec, I have no idea what it is, but just looking off the chart, look, there's your high, boom, there's your another high, look at that. See what I mean? Guys, see, look at that. But Chris, you're just looking at charts and picking them randomly. Well, as you can see, I'm literally just going through this. Look, I'm just randomly clicking coins, right? Literally all of the coins I click follow this premise. It's that simple. Like, of course, I don't know what this is, right? So I'm going to delete it just because we're going to focus on the coins that we do know. So this one we know, okay. This one we know, this one we know. This one we know. This one we don't know, so let's just delete it, right? We're just gonna stick to coins we know. And we're just gonna kind of do some support resistance together, figure out kind of how I would look at it and stuff like that, okay? Because I know that's gonna be beneficial for you all. And this is all you need to do. This is how, that's simple how it is, right? Discover, deck screener, 24 hours. Filter by volume, arrow down, so it goes from descending. So the highest, then it goes lower, lower, lower. Then you just do minimum market cap million. That's it. That's all you need. That's all you need. And then you just go through and identify which are rugs, which are real, right? So now let's go through a little bit of just kind of what I'm looking at instantly off our first glance. Mind you, this is an educational video. Do not take these zones and stuff I call as financial advice, okay? I personally am not trading currently. The market's not the best. I've been taking a little week or two break. I've been personally trading perps. I've been recently making way more money in perps than I usually was anyways, because I'm just doing heavier size and like I've gotten confident with way more size. So unless the market really turns back, I'm just going to teach meme coins, but I'm going to make all my money in perps because there's no benefit for me in meme coins at the moment. Because why should I trade meme coins and make 10, 20 grand a day when I'm making, 2, 3, 400 grand a week off perps, and 200 low end bad week. Obviously I've made more than 400 grand in a week before off perps, but those are a little bit more rare. So I'm just chilling on those. Why am I going to waste my time with meme coins? Yes. Can you make money on meme coins? Absolutely. Hype was a pretty good play for perps. Hype chain, right? Hype UVM was pretty decent. Could have made some money there. But anyways, doesn't matter. Another tangent ran as Chris usually does well, right? I always tangent. Anyways, let's look at the chart. So first thing I'm looking at, let's see, 24 hour. I don't like this chart immediately. And why is that? Well, first off, pump, dump, pump, pump, dump. So see how it's kind of just like not really pumping out a lot. So see, this candle was good, right? Of course, it's from 0 to a bigger point, so it's good. But this one just kind of dumped. It's not really going as well as you'd like, right? Theoretically, usually a normal chart would pump here, dump, okay, pump, kind of just stop at this top and then pump here. But instead it rejected and closed all the way down here, essentially giving you the start of a formation of a lower high, right? So what do I mean by that? High, low, high. We reject, not good, but not bad. The thing is right here, yes, when it bounced, good, good, good. What you need if you're in this trade right here, you need it to pump here. Because the second you see this, no good. It's just a nuke. Yes, that's if you're in the trade. If you're not in the trade, you are looking for this zone. And why is it this zone? Well, let's go zoom in. Why this zone? Well, it's just like I taught you. Just like I taught you, right? Low, high, low, high, low. Isn't this the pattern I taught you? I told you don't rely on patterns, but isn't this the pattern I told you? Try and buy here. If you can't buy there, you will get an opportunity in here, off this high. Boom, there you go. You get an opportunity there. If you aren't able to buy here, you buy the rejection turned support, right? Rejected, got above, look, turned support right there, right? So rejection, blast through, support. It's really that easy, okay? But Chris, we're talking about down there. Yes. Well, these zones get revisited. Why is that? Well, because this is the exact area where we reversed from. This exact area where we reversed from right here is going to be the original consolidation. And usually after we sell off, it will tap the very top. So let's see if we tap this area. Let's see 6 million, 5.3 million, right? So let's just draw a rectangle. Let's extend it to the right. Let's do 5.3 million to 6 million, as we said. Look at that. Wow. Whoa, Chris, that's magic. No kidding, champ. But Chris, you just handpicked that. Okay, well, look at this. Is this not the same exact pattern that I told you? Look at this. Hey, buddy. Hey, hater. Low, high, low, high, low, high, right? Low. So bounced off here. You could have bought here. Well, look what happened here, bud. The same thing. Low, high, low, high, low. Could have bought here off this zone like I taught you in the support video. Whoa, look at that. You could have bought here off this low right here. As I taught you, the head and shoulder pattern. Whoa, guess what happened here? Again. Whoa, Chris, you're a magician. Low. Hammer this. This is the right shoulder as I taught you. Right shoulder. Look, it bounced off this right here. Whoa, it bounced off right there. Like Chris taught you in the effing support and resistance video. Wake up. This ain't magic. Chris is picking charts. I'm literally giving you examples right here. Boom, example, boom. And I don't control these charts. These are random charts. You could have hammered along here. Guess what? This is your rejection. Guess what? Broke above. Support. Could have hammered along here. Then guess what happened? You have this rejection right here. Look, it came back. Hammered here into this order block. Whoa, Chris, you're a phony. You're teaching us how to make so much money. You're a scammer. But I'm giving you literally the fruits of success. Just do this. It's not hard. I've given you the entire process. You do a basic filter. Guess what the filter is? Minimum 1 million market cap. Whoa, Chris, that's a really lucrative, secretive strategy and filter. Exactly. The whole premise is this is easy as F. You are all just looking for the holy grail, like all these YouTubers that have the thumbnails. Whoa, 13,000x potential coins. Like, get the F out of here, bro. You're a scammer and you don't know what you're talking about. It's really this simple. And 99% of these liars all learned from me. All right. I created the top 3 or 5 coal scan kids. All the new kids that you don't know their names because they're nobodies relatively. They're in my DMs thanking me for my videos and inspiring and motivating them months ago. Yeah, exactly. They came from me for better or worse. Unfortunately, I created them. So that's what you need to realize is my shit works. And this isn't my shit. This is just basic trading. I didn't make this shit up. It's support and resistance. Nothing's crazy about this. This is basic stuff. But it works. And that's what you need to realize. Stop listening to all these other scammers and liars who live off their referral money. Do this simple stuff and you'll make profits. But Chris, yeah, you're showing us this chart, but why didn't you buy? Because I'd rather make $50,000 a day on perpetuals than make $5,000 a day off this. That's what you don't understand. I can make way more money in perps than I do on meme coins currently. Okay, when the market comes back really good, I'm gonna trade meme coins a lot, to the point where I'm gonna be making $1 million a month off meme coins. And I've almost made $1 million in 1 month before. And that's not counting the Trump play. I don't count the Trump play because that's just a one-off incident. All right, I've made almost $1 million in 1 month off meme coins. I think it was 800 or 900 grand, not counting the Trump play. So that's what you need to realize is you got to learn from the source, learn from the guy who did it. I started with 0 in this space, if anything negative, and I made it happen. Using these concepts. Stop listening to all these other people like, oh, this coin's gonna go 30x. Watch my video for these top 13 picks that'll go 5,000x. Bro, shut up. You don't trade. And if you do, it's with 2 Solana. Please shut up. They're doing it for the money. This is what you don't understand. People are making YouTube videos about meme coins to make money. They sell a paid group. They sell a paid course. They do one-on-ones. They make money off referrals, they farm and copy trade their wallet, etc., etc. But Chris, you do referrals. Yes, of course. I'm dropping you so much knowledge that I've learned over 3 years of trading futures and then almost a year and a half trading meme coins. Of course, I'm going to monetize, but it comes at no expense to you. At least you learn from me who's actually done it and walked the walk and talked the talk. And I'll actually teach you as opposed to all these other guys who just lie and use my videos and my strategies anyways. I mean, at least you're learning it from the guy who's done it all. I've done it all. Am I the most profitable trader? Have I made the most money in meme coins? Absolutely not. Am I the top 50 best traders in meme coins? Probably not. But I'm the best one teaching, that's for sure. And it's going to stay that way until I fulfill my promise and my goal. So that's what you need to realize. Stop listening to all these other idiots. You don't have to listen to me. Don't listen to me. I don't care. I'm going to make videos regardless if 2 people watch me or 5,000 people watch me. I don't care. What you need to realize is it's you versus you with the charts, and you need to wake up and realize what you're doing. And this is how simple it is. Look, this was literally one of the first coins we looked at. Could have scalped this right here. You could have scalped this part right here, right? My support resistance strategy. You have this top right here. You could have scalped 50% play right there. Boom, right? And this is all within 1 day. 1 day play here. This is another play. You could have literally gotten like a 5x off that. So that's what I'm telling you. Wake up. This shit works. So that's our first example. Kind of, we saw literally the pattern work out and play, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder, buy the right. If you miss it, try and buy the rejection point where it supports. As you can see, it's supported right there. Boom, boom, boom. Same thing here. Left, head, right. Try and buy the right because it's the bounce off the left shoulder. If you miss the right shoulder, buy the rejection. Wonderful. Good job, Chris. So let's delete that and let's go to a next coin. Let's go to a USDUC, unstable coin. Okay, well, we marked this zone out, right? Look at that. That's support. But Chris, why is that support? Well, what did I teach you? High, low, we break above. It's going to create an order block or just a point of support. And what do we have here? Right here, we pump and then we nuke back down, support, and then pump again. And of course, you have examples all throughout here. Look, all examples. You have millions of examples here. Look, our beloved pattern, low, lower, here, bounce off this. Yes, did it go a little bit below? Yes, I mean, it's meme coins, right? I mean, it was literally 80K, but there's your pattern, right? This rejection. And guess what? Pumps above, support. You see this wick right here. That was your buying opportunity if you missed it right here. Off the wicks, you buy, boom, it goes. Then what happened here? Whoa, Chris, another high. Look what happened here. It pumps rejects into the zone, this wick, boom, bounces off the top, pumps again. Whoa, Chris, so good. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Just identify the high volume plays and do the strategy, right? So as I said, this is the support zone. And of course, you can refine it, right? Let's go 24 hours, too big so far. 12 hours, a little too big still. 6 hours, beautiful. 6 hours, perfect. The higher the time frame, the better. You'll get even more exact price. Zones. Like the zones on the higher time frame are more important. So now look, on the 6 hour, we have this zone. Guess what? Let's go to the 4 hour. Let's see what happens. Okay. It's pretty much the same thing, kind of in this area. Okay, let's go lower. Let's see if we could get it more precise. Okay, so we see this. So I know right off the bat, kind of, that this zone already bounced here. And so this is going to be a really strong zone. Why is that? It's because, as you can see, the chart tells you the story. The chart tells you the story. Don't assume. Look, it pumped, got sold off pretty aggressively. It pretty much retraced the whole pump, right? And then it pumped out. So this zone is going to be super strong. So Chris, do I mark out the whole zone? Absolutely. And then what? Well, you're going to trade accordingly. So what are you going to do? You are going to mark it out, and the first initial couple taps into the zone will only go to the top, roughly, I would say 25%. Let's see. So this is your zone essentially, right? Usually on your first bounce or so, it's only going to go into the top 25%. Well, look at that. This is your top 25%, right? Let's do it with a rectangle right here. This is your top 25%. Look what happened. Yes, this entire zone is right here, but it only usually goes in the first couple bounces, usually the first. You only really want to play the first bounce into a zone is the top 25%. Look at that. Comes in here. You buy 4 million, you got 5 and change. And that's all you need. That's your 30%. That's your 30%. Boom. That's your one day trade done. And guess what? You actually have another opportunity where you could buy even lower, but whatever, you buy this. And of course you can scalp this for 20%. I don't recommend. Just hold. It's a good zone. And what do you get? You get a full pump all the way to essentially a new all-time high right there, right? So that's all you need. It's really that simple. If you have a good zone, the first bounce, usually what happens, as I taught in all of my videos, first bounce will be pretty good, but it's a quick scalp. I always mentioned quick scalp. Boom, quick scalp. Comes back. Usually, or ideally, in a really bullish coin, this second bounce is a little higher. So theoretically, if it's a really good coin or just good holders or good buyers, usually this would create a higher low right here. Instead, it kind of got sold off aggressively. As you can see, this wick got really sold off aggressively. So of course you couldn't predict that, but usually you would be buying right in here. Of course, you would see this big red candle right here. You would definitely be buying that because it's in the zone. Absolutely. And then you hold. And then as you can see, look, you got the left shoulder right here. You got your head right here. And then you got right shoulder, right? As I said in the support and resistance video, you buy that pattern. Boom. Really that simple. It's really that simple, guys and girls. And then, of course, you get a scalp. It's about whatever, 2x from here to here. Whatever. There's your another trade of the day. And then guess what? It comes back into the zone. What can we tell, right? This is the zone, right? Remember, this is the zone from here to here, roughly. Well, why aren't we not buying the top again? Well, think about this. What I said, look at this pattern. See how it's just red. It's getting farmed. It's getting sold off heavy. No buyers, right? It's getting sold off pretty aggressively. No buyers. So what does that mean? That means you're going to most likely go below these and you're going to kind of attack this bottom portion, the bottom 50%, usually kind of that lower top half. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is, let's do the zone right here, right? Let's do from here to here. See how it kind of attacked the lower half, but the top of it. And what I mean by that, I apologize if I'm not being really good with my words here, is it's going to attack the lower half. It's going to attack the lower 50% of the zone, but it's going to attack the top of that half. It's not going to go lower than that kind of 50% is what I'm trying to say. And there's another buying opportunity. Then from 3 million, you got 4 million. Yes, it's not a lot, but you know, it's 25%, 30% roughly, and it's a quick scalp. Or you could hold it, right? If you believe, you could hold it, because the support and resistance strategy I taught you, yes, it's a very common strategy. Yes, there's millions of videos on it. Absolutely. I didn't make it up. I didn't coin it. I didn't do nothing with it. Absolutely. I never said that, never will. But I'm just trying to put you in that direction, because with that strategy, it'll give you lots of good entries, lots of great scalps. And then you just figure out what kind of a trader you want to be. You want to be doing lots of scalps, don't want to hold these plays, or you want to be like, hey, these support resistance videos and stuff Chris has shown us and taught us, really good entries. I can hold these for longer, take a little bit more risk, maybe lose a little bit more often, but make more money potentially. Blah, 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 blah. Right? So that's up to you. So currently what I'd be looking at is, it's a little late. Maybe I'll try and see if I could get off this kind of rejection, right? This is the same pattern again. I'm not saying I do it because I don't know anything about the coin currently, blah, blah, blah. I've just remembered stuff on Twitter about it, but as you can see, kind of left shoulder, this head, yes, you can be really precise with it, but if you zoom out, it's just going to be left shoulder head here. And then you kind of have this right shoulder here. Yes, we're kind of nitpicking it, but that's just what the chart's kind of telling us, you know, assuming it's a good coin, but I kind of have a bad taste in my mouth after this right here. After this right here, I kind of don't have as good of a taste in my mouth. It looks farmy a little bit here, right? For quick scalps, I wouldn't mind, but to hold, I would, you know, need to reconsider and kind of look into it more, etc., etc. Now let's look at, say, Troll, for example. We already discussed it, right? This zone was pretty good, kind of bounced all the way back down, blah, 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 got farmed, heavy farmed here, bounced back off this 10 million psychological zone, bounce back all this. I'd kind of stay away from this. It's getting heavy farmed, to be quite honest with you. I wouldn't touch it. I just did it for the sake of the video and showing you that, as you can see here, it bounces off the zone, it comes back into 10 million like Chris taught you, bounce some more. Beautiful. Get Troll off the watch list, man. Remove it. Remove that garbage. All right, Hasiko, as we did our example, you know, this one's a little bit tougher, kind of a heavy farm. These are the daily candles. This is daily, 24 hours. It's, you know, I mean, you could have scalped this, and why would I scalp this right here? Well, as you can see, it's basically stopped. So what happens is, a little bit of alpha knowledge here, is with these farms, or essentially just slow sell-offs, right? They slow sell off. They will eventually consolidate, right? As you saw here. And what you want to do is buy the consolidation, because you're going to get an exit scam pump. And look, you're going to probably tap out around here. Probably, I would say like right around here. About that 25 million, you tap out. But if you buy 15, sell at 25, you know, that's, you know, 50%, whatever, 70%, 60% profit. Listen, it's a nice scalp. You hold it for like a day or two. But yeah, there's your alpha a little bit. After slow farm, slow rug, the consolidation, once it starts bouncing, right? Bounce off 13, blah, 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 blah. Buy it and hold it for a couple days, or however long, might be an hour, whatever. You'll get a scam pump off of it, because everyone's going to kind of pile in on you, on top of you, because they see it's accumulating. Not many people are selling at this point. Like, they already sold here, and it's more profitable to buy here than sell here, right? If you have a position. So you buy, and then sell around here, right? So there's your little bit of alpha. I wouldn't touch this. Kind of seems like a slow rug. It would, for me to get into it properly long-term, I mean, if you believe in it, you would get in like here, right? If you believe in it and you hold it. For a quick scalp, I'd get in here, get out here. But if you really are trying to take it from a professional kind of area, I would not be buying and holding for long term until it gets above this 35 million, simply because this is kind of quick scalp, and then the rest here is gambling, because it's probably an exit scam, and you're kind of relying on, I don't know what, but a lot of things for it to pump and blah, 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 blah. Gambling. I don't support gambling. Titcoin. Well, as we can see here, our consolidation, blah, 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 pumped, came back into this previous high of resistance. Shocker, bounced here from 33 to roughly 60. There's your 100% scalp. Yes, it took roughly a week to do so. That's why it takes time to build a good portfolio with good habits, right? And so likewise, you know, we could go about it all, but right now I wouldn't really be looking to buy unless it kind of, you know, supports here, you know, in this area kind of, I like this area kind of right here. So we'll see if it bounces back, taps the top, maybe buy the top. I'm not saying to buy, I'm just saying what I'm looking at. Obviously you wouldn't want to buy this big green candle, you know, kind of try and look into it more. It's kind of getting rejected off that 36, you know, 1 hour kind of forming. Okay, not a bad. I would most definitely want it to kind of support off this level right here, because if you think about it, there's your kind of pattern, right? If you want to be really nitpicky, like Chris, give us more pattern. Look, left shoulder, head, right shoulder theoretically should not go below there, ideally, in a good world. So there's your alpha on Titcoin kind of. I wouldn't really bother with it too much. As I said, the market's not ideal. The market's tough right now. So we're just kind of in a state of limbo. Not many good coins you could do. So what you can do is gamble on new pairs and most likely lose, or just scalp these, you know, a couple plays a week that you get and wait for new runners, like I would be doing if I was starting out again, or what I would be doing if I had the opportunity to do a lot of size and the market would give me an opportunity to do a lot of size. You know, scalping with 50 grand, 60 grand, 100 grand, whatever, 20 grand, whatever it is, right? If the market gave me an opportunity like that, I would most definitely take it. Unfortunately, not many opportunities for that right now. So what can we do, right? Let's move on. Then we have collateralize. All right, let's go to the 24 hour. As I said, these were just rough sketches of what I'm looking at. So of course, off first glance, this is what we're looking at here. We got this BS in there, right? We kind of have this, you know, it pumped heavy, nuked, consolidated for a day, pumped heavy, kind of getting a stern sell-off. As I said, this reminds me of every typical chart. Most charts have this. you're probably going to revisit these lows at the minimum, 5 million. Of course, the psychological zone, 50 million strong. It did hold up initially, as you can see right in here, 50 million, my psychological zone, 1, 5, 10, 10 million, 50 million, 100 million, 1 million, 5 million, 10 million, 100K, 500K, 1 million, right? Etc., etc., etc. Strong zones for psychology, human psychology, trading psychology. A lot of people will be buying those zones, and they did, as you can see, bounced at 50 to 90, rejected in here. Common sense, right? As we said. So as we mentioned, here's kind of our zone up top right there. And mainly I would be looking at it like in here kind of. So these are my two zones, and I would kind of identify what they're trying to do. Wouldn't really touch until there. And so that's what you do. You're just framing your charts. You're framing your watch list, and then you got a watch list. And then there you go. You just watch the charts every couple hours and see what's going on. It's really that simple. You don't have to sit at your computer all day. Let's go to Launchcoin. All right, let's go 24 hours. All right, so we're kind of getting as you can see, pump, sell off, consolidation, sell off, lower high, higher low, of course. So low, higher high, higher low, lower high, relatively similar low, slightly lower, lower high. So now you're kind of really at that breaking point for Launchcoin, right? At this breaking point for Launchcoin, you pretty much need to bounce here in this zone right here. Off this candle, off this 186, you pretty much need to bounce off here. And it is, as you can see, beautiful bounce off 170. But yeah, you really need to bounce because this is kind of your typical pattern, right? I mean, you could do, of course, you could zoom out. You could do left shoulder, head, lower, right shoulder right here. Of course, you could do left shoulder, head, right shoulder right here. You can, technically this was a right shoulder, right? Of course, there's patterns inside of the bigger patterns and bigger charts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But from Chartcoin, I kind of wouldn't touch it right now because I missed it, right? We missed this bottom, which I would have definitely been buying, right? Buy red, sell green, right? As you can see, usually when you get intense sell-offs, you get straight candles up. So as you can see, from 170 to 190, 10% on leverage. You could trade this on leverage, 5x leverage. You made 50% scalp right there off that level, off that zone, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? With these bigger coins, 100, 200, 300 million, 500 million, whatever billion, you could trade leverage and do 5, 10x leverage on perps right here. So yeah, that's what you should be doing anyways with the really, really, really big coins, unless you have a lot of money to make it worthwhile. So that's kind of the pattern. I wouldn't really look at Launchcoin right now. It's just not viable. Maybe if it dumps again down there, and then if it dumps below this, I don't really know what I would look at. I would kind of let the chart play out because it is an ecosystem launch coin, right? Launch a coin. The entire meta was there. So I would kind of see what happens. But as you can see, it's pumping from 175 to 190 already. So not bad, but it has to hold the zone, bare minimum. Likewise, let's go look at Lababu, and then we're done with the video. So as you can see here, we pumped off these. So you originally had another all-time high in here. Actually, I forgot. I didn't even see that. Look, all-time high, blasted through, rejected, came back and supported here, blasted through. With this is an interesting coin. I don't really know anything about it. Right, you have this consolidation here. Ideally not want to be buying until this kind of zone. So I try and limit it to 23 million and lower, right? You're probably gonna get a sell off here to here. What you're probably gonna get is right here, you're gonna get kind of this bounce, sell off to probably here, bounce, and then sell off to here, bounce. Maybe do this, then this. I don't know exactly, but this and this right here are definitely gonna happen. Like you'll probably get something here and here, and then here is what you'll get. So yeah, overall not bad, but that's how I build my process. What I do with Dex Screener right here, 24 hour, minimum market cap is 1 million. And then you just filter by volume with the downwards arrow and you just sort through all of these and you add them to your watch list, right? You just click star right here and you add them to your watch list, and then they populate up here with the star. And then you get to doing the support and resistance strategy, finding your scalps, finding your trades, finding your holds, and how to make money, right? It's that simple. It's that easy. Stop listening to other people. Stop listening to me. Stop listening to everyone. Just do your thing, man, and girl and woman and boy and child and whatever, right? So love you all. Till we talk next time. If you need Axiom, get the link in the bio or the comment section. It's the cheapest platform. With the link, it's even cheaper. And likewise, best of luck trading. Till we talk next time. Bye-bye.